Hey Emma, how are you? I am just waiting for more people to jump on. Hey Joy, how are you? I am so glad you're here. You too, Emma. Hi, Malone. This is super Joy. I feel the same way. I feel like tonight is going to be a very and powerful night. The messages coming through tonight, I feel like it's going to be deep. To put it short, I'm excited. All right, let me see, what time is it? All right, I'll give people about another 2 minutes and then we'll get started. Because I also don't plan on being long tonight. Big on energies. Yeah. I just had a really, really powerful experience with one of my sisters that I'm connected with, and just wow. So I'm still kind of in that energy. It was definitely a really deep and moving transformational experience. So it also confirmed for me that I need a break, like a real social media break. So I can continue to do my part in raising the vibration. And me logging on to Facebook and Instagram every 5 minutes is not it. So hey Jessica, how are you? Thank you for joining me. And yeah, I didn't even attempt to get cute for y'all tonight because I'm feeling it. So I'm doing this live tonight. I'm not going to post the replay because I just feel like, again, this energy that I'm feeling right now, I just feel like its purpose is right now. So for those of you that are on, that have joined me, I appreciate you. You guys are all here for a reason. Okay, hey Jessica, I was wondering who you were, but I wasn't gonna shout you out because I appreciate it. So yeah, I just feel like tonight's live is Emma, I feel like I might be on another timeline. Like right now, as soon as I'm done with this, like I'm gonna get ready for bed, spend some time with my kids for a little bit, and I am going to bed. Like I am drained right now. So yeah, today was deep. I've been involved in just kind of spiritual healing, uplifting, just spiritual work in general all day today. So I'm tapped. I need a rest. All right, so we are gonna get started. And I know all of my stones tonight. I know all the names. So these ants, if you guys see me like swatting or getting stuff, thank you, Emma. These ants have been just all in my space all day. So all right, tonight's stones are, I'm going to show you the stones. We'll do some deep breathing, and then as you look at the stones as I'm showing them to you. As we're doing the breathing, just pay attention to how you're feeling. And And whatever stone you feel drawn to, whether it's an immediate connection and you know immediately what stone you want, or, you know, after breathing and centering, you take a minute to figure out which stone you want to connect with, then do that. But the stones we have tonight are Preonite. We've got pink tourmaline. We have got bloodstone. I'm trying to get the right angle so you can see all the swirls in there. And we have mookaite. So these are the stones for tonight. And I'm just going to put them, I'll show you a shot of them all together so that you can. So these are the stones that, let me just turn this off. All right. I think that made it worse. Bear with me, y'all. All right, that was fine. So this is Preonite. I forgot. I'm sideways again, aren't I? All right, so this is Preonite, pink tourmaline, bloodstone, and mookaite. So those are your 4. And I'm just going to hold the camera here. And let's go through our breathing exercise while you guys are just looking at the stone. SDI Fitness, hey, Sylvie, Parker, and Cindy, thank you for joining me. So these are the stones. I'm just going to go through them real quick again. Preonite, pink tourmaline, bloodstone, and mookaite. All right, get comfortable. And we're going to take some deep heart belly breath. So get in a comfortable position. You can sit down, lay down, whatever feels comfortable for you. Take your right hand, put it over your heart. Take your left hand, put it on your belly. You're going to take a deep breath in through your heart, and you're going to exhale through your heart. Now, when you're taking your breath in, you're going to see and feel your heart expanding with that breath. When you exhale, you're going to see and feel your heart releasing that breath. Take a deep breath in through your heart, and exhale through your heart. Breathe in love, peace, and joy. Breathe out fear, worry, and doubt. Inhale peace, love, and tranquility. Exhale frustration, anger, and resentment. Take another deep breath in. See and feel that breath spread peace and joy to every cell in your body. And as you exhale, release all those things that are no longer serving you. And this ant is crawling on me. I'm sorry, y'all. I am really having ant problems today. So, all right. Choose your stone. We're going to do the Preonite first, then the pink tourmaline, then bloodstone, then mookaite. So that's going to be the order. And we're going to get started. So I like to call my Wednesday readings Hump Day or Dump Day. What are we being encouraged to embrace or do more of today or this week? And what are we being encouraged to let go of? So what are we humping? Or what are we dumping? It might be a combination of both, or you may be called specifically to release or to practice more of something, to embrace more of something. So the Preonite group, that is this beautiful green stone. What is your message for this week? Are you guys humping or dumping? Let's see what's going on. All right. So we've got the journal, the ring. Yes, Emma, absolutely right. And the child. So today we are, like I said, this is, typically this was framed in a hump day or dump day kind of, that's the title. But today I just feel like there is definitely, it's deeper than that. So it was kind of like, it started as a lighthearted, like love readings. But certainly today it is really, Cindy, you already know. We have the child, so we're going to get into it. Simply Stacy, you're holding your pre-night ring. Okay, great. So there is something that I feel like it's lying like just beneath the surface. So the journal or the book, depending on what deck you're using, it really points to things that are kind of hidden. Like when you think about a journal, a journal or a diary, when you think about a journal or a diary, we put things in there that are private, that are sacred, right? So it really can kind of point to secrets, but it's not like a deceptive kind of like scandalous secret, right? These are things that are more like hidden. And it also points to like discoveries or learning. Like again, the book can relate to like a literal book. What are books? What do books have? Books have information. Books are the places that we go to learn things, right? So this week for my pre-night group, right now, I feel like, and I just feel like, so Vina, Cindy, Emma, you already know, like we've been having this discussion all day. And here we go, group one, we are talking about this child. Look at this child, and I mean, she's playing with butterflies. So we've been talking about a lot of inner child work. The child could actually be like your actual child or a child in your life. So again, take this message in the way that resonates with you, in a way that makes sense for you. So some of us are going to be discovering how to tap into that inner child. Some of us are going to be making, those connections on how we can connect, how we can learn to play more. And in doing that, it is really going to, I feel like this ring, so this ring can mean like security, right? And if you look at where the ring is, her ring finger like symbolizes marriage, right? But it can also be a circle. A ring is a circle. And I feel like, so Vena's dropping some information about the pre-night. You guys can look at that as well. But I feel like this ring this week is not necessarily related to stability or security in the way that it might typically be. I feel like that message is more of coming full circle. We are learning to get back to where we started. We are learning to reconnect, right? And again, going back to this ring, we are learning to reconnect with our inner child. And if that was your message, we kind of know what you're being called to do this week. What is your message? What is it that you're being asked to do? So now let's talk about how y'all, the hermit just jumped out at me. We're going to put that to the side. So we want to know how we can tap into that inner child. What can we do to tap into that inner child, to reconnect with that playful side of us? And particularly right now, going through what we're going through as a collective, no matter where you are in your spiritual journey, no matter where you are in life, period, this energy is, yes, I think the Hermit is definitely for me too. This energy that we are in, it's heavy. It's a lot. So we have to figure out, wait, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is literal. I'm sorry, Five of Wands. So we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, and again, the way you interpret a card or the message of a specific card really relates heavily or heavily depends on what the question is and the context of the reading itself. So this Five of Wands could be interpreted as like a battle, particularly kind of like an inner battle, like battling yourself, the many sides of yourself. But if you look at the figures in the card, and oh shit, wow, they have masks on. This is, y'all, I told you guys tonight was going to be a lot. It is a lot. So I just want to take a moment to look at this imagery. And obviously this deck was created before COVID, before this style of mask became like as ubiquitous as they are now. But the Five of Swords is also, the Five of Wands rather, is also a reminder to play. Because even though they're like kind of, they're battling, they have these sticks, right? It's more like a play fight. It's more like, when I think of it, I always think of like Native American, like lacrosse, or like the gamut. I think it's called a gamut. Like when the Native Americans would like have the sticks up and they would like fight, like the men would like fight with the young boys, but it was like a training exercise. And that's like the energy that I always get when I'm interpreting this card in this way. That's the energy that I get with the Five of Wands, that it's more like a play fight. They're battling, they have their sticks, and they're kind of going at each other, but there's no malice involved, there's no ill will. It really is, it's a play fight. So we're going in this week like being that hermit, retreating, logging off of social media, and really tapping into those ways to play fight, tapping into those ways to roughhouse with our kids. I mean, you know, like that's the sort of energy that it is for me. The Knight of Cups. This is an offering. He is a messenger, or she is a messenger of love. The Cups suit is all about emotions. It's all about intuition, tapping into that intuition, connecting with our emotions. The Knight is the messenger of love. She comes in riding on this horse, offering a cup full of love, full of intuition, full of that deep emotional connection. And that is what we are being offered this week. The Six of Wands. Look at that V in her ear. She is riding in on her laurels. She has gone to war. She has won the battle. And she is riding into this parade, to this praise for having been victorious. And again, this week, by going within, by retreating and blocking out all of that extra shit that is not serving us, by embracing that inner child, by playing more, right? However that play looks for you. V is for Vina, ow. We will really receive. That messenger is going to come in and offer us so much love, so much, like those connections that you guys have been trying to make, those connections, particularly with people in your life. And I feel like maybe it's a specific relationship. This may be a relationship with a parent for some of you. There's a relationship, a specific relationship for some of you that you haven't felt the connection. You felt disconnected, you felt off. And this week, by going within, by figuring out, so she's closing that laptop, she's closing that computer, she has, you know, the cloak, and she's ready to cocoon herself so she can tap in. And this may be even battling your inner demons as well. So like I said, that's definitely another way to interpret this card. The Five of Wands can be like battling those inner demons. But again, I feel like it's in a light, playful way, not taking this battle so seriously. You will find that this person, and I feel like for some of you, this night is a person. This is a relationship that you've been struggling with. By you doing what you need to do, disconnecting, not taking things so seriously, being lighthearted, this person is going to come to you. They are going to extend the olive branch and extend this full cup to you. All you have to do is take a step back and foster joy, like engage in activities that bring you joy, that fill you up, because this Wands energy is all about fire and passion. What are those things that you love to do? What are those things that you can sit and do for hours and the time just goes by? That's what you need to tap into, and that love will come to you, and you will ultimately end. Yes, in the end, love wins. You will be victorious and in attracting what it is you truly desire. So much relevance to sisters in this group. Okay. You know what? So, wow. And I haven't started the Celestine prophecy yet, but I will be starting tomorrow, because again, all of this is just it's a lot. It's a lot. So that was the pre-night. The video someone posted this morning was about healing. Yes, talk about, again, healing those relationships with our mothers. So that was the pre-night group. And it definitely, I know for a lot of you already, that message really resonated. That was the message you guys needed. So it's really connecting with that inner child and allowing that love to come to you. Pink tourmaline. Okay, so Sammy's asking for the options. For those of you just coming on, so we just did pre-night. That was this first group here. And if you missed the stone, but the message resonated with you for whatever reason, then just know that that was probably at the very least part of your message. So pre-night was the first stone. This is the pink tourmaline. We've also got bloodstone and Muakkite. So those are, I'm trying to get a good angle on this one. Those are the stones that we have. So yes, I do have like a waterfall. I have this whole like waterfall, like meditative type theme on my phone. So it's like my wallpaper, and then the sound also goes with it. So yes, if you heard the little waterfalls, and I just love it right now. Like, it's something that I did recently. Like, I just changed phones or whatever, so I just did this, but I found that it's right on time. All right, so we are doing pink tourmaline now. So the purple one, I think, Sam, this is what you're talking about, the Muakite. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about spelling. We got you. We can decipher. All right. So, pink tourmaline. What is the message for pink tourmaline? And you know what? I'm going to let that rock today. Typically, when I have, like, everything jumping out like that, I'll kind of try to recenter, and I'm gonna stop there, because like I said, I typically try to recenter because I feel like it's kind of like this nervous energy, and I just need to take a moment to align and reshuffle. But today I'm feeling like this is the message we need. We have the ship. We have the crossroads, the stork, and the moon. Now, like I said, all these cards just started jumping out. I did not cut the deck. I didn't stop when I, you know, whatever. But this is what we got, guys. The ship is a journey. And this journey, again, this water is another theme that has been kind of coming up today. That ship is a long, when we think of journeys and ships, it's like Columbus, right? Or a cruise ship. It is that long, months-long journey. This is not a quick run down the street. This is a journey. And I'm feeling like, again, for a lot of you, this journey is really deeply connected to water in some way. It's about exploring, like that deep digging, that deep exploration. That's what this ship is. It's really going the distance, is really going deep. You're being called to dig deep, to go really deep. And again, this water in tarot, and this is a Lenormand deck, so it's a little different, but water in like tarot and spiritual things signify intuition, emotions. So I feel like, again, that's what we're being called to explore and make a decision about. This crossroads is really about making a decision. So right now you may find yourself at a crossroads, at a point where you're needing to make a decision. And in order to make that decision, you're really going to have to tap into, y'all, this is, all right. We've got the ship with that water. We've got the moon. The moon is all about things not being as they seem. The moon is all about intuition, that shadow work, things that are in the night, in the dark. Right now, there's a decision that you guys have to make. That again is going, this is not, so for the last group, we talked about tapping into that inner child, but some of that tapping into the inner child kind of, it did require like exploration and discovery, but more in a book sense, right? Like that discovery, that exploration related more to things that were, I guess you can say, more logical, things that you could actually think about and figure out, like using your logic, your intellect, your book sense, right? Right now, in order to make the best decision, to choose the right path for you, and your right path is not going to be your sister's right path. It's not going to be your mother's right path. It's going to be the right path for you. In order for you to figure out, for you to decide what the right path for you is, you're going to have to rely on your intuition. You are going to have to tap into this water energy. You're going to have to tap into this moon energy. It is really about doing that shadow work, doing that deep dive exploration in order to figure out the best path for you. But in doing that spiritual work and connecting with the divine, you guys are going to find that this choice is ultimately going to lead to huge transformation in your life. This choice, this decision is not, I'm wearing the red shoes today instead of the blue shoes. This decision is going to transform your life in ways you could never, right now in this moment, imagine. All right. So, your message is to really tap into your intuition in order to make this decision. But let's talk about how to do that. So, and these cards are just really, they are jumping out today. All right, y'all. So, we've got the Lovers. We've got the King of Cups reversed. And we've got the Eight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. I'm gonna rock with this. I might pick one more. Nope, we got 4 and 4. I think we'll see. All right. The Lovers is really, and I feel like in this case, the Lovers is really love in general. It's really calling, asking you to lead with your heart. So again, this decision for you guys is about tapping into your intuition. It's following your heart, right? Because like the feelings and emotions that you guys are being called on to tap into in order to make this decision is going to lead you on, for lack of a better term, like the righteous path. And when I say righteous, I mean like the righteous path for you, the right path for you. I don't mean it in a like judgmental way at all, or like in a strictly like religious sense. I just mean the path for you. And in order to do that, you're going to have to choose the path that is filled with, that is offering, that it stems from love. This King of Cups is, he's manipulative. This is, and I feel like this is, for a lot of you, this is a person. The King of Cups is like the emotional abuser. He's the manipulator. He is going to tell you what you need to hear in order to do what he wants you to do. And this person, this emotional abuse that you've been experiencing with this person or with this situation has you feeling like you're trapped. It has you feeling like there's no way out. But again, going back to this ship, this journey, going back to this moon, following your intuition. You guys are going to have to follow this water. And again, getting back to this water. This water is your intuition. This water is the divine. This water is your love, your emotions. In order for you guys to get out of this trap, you guys are going to have to follow this water. You're going to have to tap into that intuition, because you can't see, right? You can't use your physical sight. These swords represent logic and wisdom. They're not helping you. Your hands are bound. The only way out of this trap is by following this water, your intuition. You guys are going to have to block out this. So you guys are going to have to this blindfold, you guys are going to have to put this blindfold on, and you guys are going to have to accept the bindings, because you have to block out this energy right here. And again, it could be a person, and I feel like it's a person for a lot of you, but it could just be an energy. It's like the voice in your head that's telling you you're not shit, you're never going to be shit, like that negative voice in your ear when you're trying to do better. So it could be a person or energy, but in order for you to make this decision, to find your way out, to see your way out of this trap, you guys are going to have to block out this voice, whether it's an actual voice or a figurative voice. That's what you guys are going to have to block out. But doing that is going to really, again, we're back on this horse with this wand. This is the Knight of Wand. This, see, Emma, yes. So that voice that's telling you, and that's the energy that you have to block out, because that is the energy that is trying to block you from, and it will block you from your purpose if you allow it to. That voice's goal is to, the ego is to stay in control. It wants to maintain that dominance over you. And if you don't block it out, it will. It will take over. It will keep you from seeing, from feeling, trusting where you're supposed to go. But if you're able to block all that out, if you're able to tap into your intuition, yes, that voices fear, ego, all of those things that are trying to keep us away from our true purpose. You guys are going to really embark on this wonderful adventure. This Knight of Wands is, so the Knight is kind of like the teenager of the court cards, right? The Page is like the baby. The Knight is a teenager. So this teenager is carefree, a little rebellious. They're a risk taker, but he's taking, or she's taking, calculated, like healthy risk. So yeah, there's like, the teenager is taking more risk than perhaps a 20, 30-year-old would, but they're not like, they're not reckless. That's what it is. So they're taking risks, but they're not reckless. And by taking risks, by being adventurous, they're going to discover all these new and wonderful and exciting things. And that's what is going to happen, like on this road that... So, yeah, and I'm going to do a podcast on ants soon, because they have been, like, I can't escape them. Like, for, like, the past 2 weeks, they just ants everywhere. The big ones, the little ones, just everywhere. So, yeah, so this road for you, once you guys tap into your intuition, once you guys block out that voice that is, trying to hold you back, you guys are going to find that this road that you go down, the one that you choose, is going to be full of action, passion, excitement, and adventure. And it's going to be all good. So that is the pink tourmaline group. Hello, Boomerang 108. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to show you guys the stones again because I know at least one person just hopped on. So the two stones that we have left are Bloodstone and Mookaite. So those are the two stones we have left. Yeah, I really appreciate all of the energy you guys are sending my way right now, because I still felt called to do this, and I clearly I knew that the messages tonight would be powerful, transformational in so many ways. But I am exhausted. So Mookaite. So Vina, can you just drop a comment about the Mookaite and what the intention is, what the properties of Mookaite are. And like I said, so right now we're doing Bloodstone. So I'm just going to show you again. So if you just hopped on, you can choose. So there's Mookaite and there's Bloodstone. So we're going to do Bloodstone now. So if this was your choice, this is your message. Alrighty. So Bloodstone, what is the message? All right, Nadia, I will show the remaining stones again. So Bloodstone is the one we're doing right now, and Mookaite is the last one to go. So these are the two stones. We're doing this now, and these are your choices. All right. Hey, Pandora Turtle. All right. Bloodstone. There is something. The letter is some sort of like written communication. It could be a text. It could be an email. It can be a letter. But it's some sort of like written communication that... So I don't know if this has happened yet or if this is what's coming, but there's some sort of communication that you guys either have received or are going to be receiving that is really going to kind of confuse you. It could be a will. There's some sort of written document, right? Whether it's like a legal document, a bill, a text or email, some sort of written communication or a document that is going to leave you confused. It is going to leave you like really feeling like in this cloudy energy. And again, this is something that you might be experiencing right now, or it might be something that's coming. But because of this document, because of this communication and like the confusion that it's kind of bringing to your life, you guys are really going to feel weighed down. And I feel like with this for you, it's heavy. Like whatever this is, it's not like, it's not light. It's not something, I feel like whatever it is, it's something that is going to take a while for you to pass through. This is not like a fast moving or quick thing. This is an anchor that is weighing you down. It's something heavy, and it's something that's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of effort to lift. Hopefully that makes sense to whoever this message is for. So I guess my question is going to be, what can you do? What? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, Cindy. That is definitely part of part of this thesis. Yes. Oh my gosh. And can I tell you, so I did have some movement on the thesis, but it's still pending, and it's going to be with me for a while longer. Yes. So, wow. So the question is, the intention that I'm setting right now are for anyone, and more than one message may make sense to you. And that's totally fine. So what can we do about this situation? How can we shake off this anchor? How can we clear these clouds and get back into that sunlight? How can we get this ship moving again? So yes, ladies, the thesis is definitely no, this is not you yet, madam. I'm still doing the bloodstone. So bloodstone, there's some heavy shit around us. The question is how to get rid of it. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. We have to put in the work, guys. Ten of Swords. And Two of Cups. All right. So this Nine of Pentacles is like, I feel like it's yes, Maroon is very eager. So the foundation has like sort of been laid. We planted the seeds. We've watered them. We've done the weeding. We've put in that work. And now we're beginning to reap this harvest. But this journey, this right now, and I feel like where we are right now, all right, I feel like, and I'm looking at this past, present, future, because at least in one sense this makes sense, past, present, future, because the Ten of Swords is in the middle. I feel like this was kind of like we started to reap the harvest, right? And we had put in the work, and we had done the weeding and all of this stuff, right? But I feel like this harvest was not exactly, like with that harvest did come some pain. But this pain, like this situation, is because the good thing about the Ten of Swords, I mean, yeah, it's like, it's overkill, but it's also rock bottom. Like she can't be any better than she is now. So I feel like, again, whatever this, like, that harvest was that you were expecting to reap, it didn't quite turn out that way, and it really turned out to be quite a painful situation. But the way out is really a partnership. And this partnership, again, it's not like the yeah, so this partnership is, so yes, I'm gonna go back for a second. Emma, she is holding a cell phone, right? And despite the fact that she's dead, she's got all these swords in her, she still hasn't dropped the phone. She still hasn't put it down. She still hasn't disconnected from social media. Despite everything else going on around her, she still got that phone in her hand. And yeah, that speaks to me on so many levels. But the way back into the sun, the way to find our ways out of these clouds is Yes, I think all of these messages definitely are partially for me tonight as well. Um, is by exchanging that love and understanding. So the Two of Pentacles is more like a business partnership, right? You guys are like building, exchanging resources, physical resources. The Two of Swords is more like a time to find balance for yourself, right? This Two of Cups is a partnership, but it is so this is the oh, what is this thing called? The caduceus, I think it's called. So the caduceus is, so it is a medical symbol, right? And the caduceus, like the creed, the motto of doctors, the oath, that the Hippocratic oath that they take is to do no harm, right? If you are engaged in a balanced, if you're engaged in an equal exchange of love, of emotion, of that water energy, if you guys are exchanging cups equally, then you are doing no harm, right? The two snakes are intertwined. There is balance, right? But in that mutual exchange, one person is not giving more than the other. One person is not receiving without giving. There is that balance, that yin and that yang. And the two in tarots is always about that balance, some way, somehow, whether it's with other people or with yourself. So that symbolism, the intertwining of the snakes, again, they're like dependent on each other. They're equally yoked. They're equally balanced. And they've also taken this vow, or given this vow to each other, to do no harm. So everything that because there is that mutual exchange of energy, what I do unto you is going to come back to me. So it is in my best interest to give you my best so I can get your best. And that's that flow. So yes, the cups can be love. The cup suit in general relate very much to love, and just emotions in general, but particularly like love, whether it's healthy, like in the Two of Cups, where there's that mutual exchange, or whether there's like some sort of imbalance, or that love is turned to like regret in like maybe the Eight of Cups or something like that. But it all does connect to like that heart chakra, our ability to give and receive love. So that was Bloodstone. And our final group, the final stone, Meron, is the Mookite. And I think, Sam, this was your stone too. So we've got the Mookite. And the Mookite actually comes in like a swirl of colors, but I was drawn to the purple. Like, so some of them have like a mix of colors in the one stone, or just the stones in general kind of are a spectrum of colors. But drum roll for Meron and Mookite. I like the purple, so that's what we're rocking with. So what is the message for Mookite tonight? Mookite is sexy. Meron, I don't know what sexiness you saw in Mookite, but we'll go with it sexy in the whip. We'll talk about that in a second. So that was a card that jumped out, and clearly some of y'all, I won't name any names, Meron, have sex on the brain. All right. And I will say, so the whip can, as you can see, it definitely can mean sex, right? When I pull it, it tends to mean an argument or something painful. But again, I'm going to give you all the interpretations and take what resonates with you. Back to this crossroads. There's a decision to be made. Aw, the dog. The dog is like a loyal friend or loyal person, and the clock tower. So I feel like for this it could be makeup sex. Like, I feel like there's definitely so again, this sexy whip like energy. We're looking at a situation where, and I feel like this probably does relate to like a romantic partner. There's a decision to be made, and I feel like it's around a romantic partner. So like a loyal person, but there's also that like that sexual energy. But again, like, I feel like there's a decision to be made around around this relationship that will ultimately lead to some kind of structure and stability in the relationship. So I feel like, and maybe it could be like so actually, remember, not a fake argument, but it could be like an argument that needs to be had, like a pain that needs to be allowed to come up so that the relationship maintains its stability and structure. And I feel like, again, this it's like a painful decision, in the sense that talking about it, having this conversation, it might be one that you've been avoiding. It's like a sore subject. It may be a discussion you've had before, and it always ends up in an argument. But I feel like this conversation needs to be had. This pain needs to be experienced so that a final decision can be made around whatever this is. But in doing that, you're going to find, so the clock tower can be a couple things. It can be like, when we think about towers, right? And buildings like that are constructed, like whether it's like the Empire State Building or something like that, like a tower. We think about things that are, first, there, you know, there's a lot of like symmetry. There's a lot of like the lines and the angles, like it's very structured. It's not like a house that leaves a lot more room for creativity, right? You might have some curves and some arches and this sort of thing in like a house or other buildings. You're not going to find those things on a tower. It's very straight laced. It's very structured with straight lines and straight angles. So it's structure. But it can also be like an apartment building, an office. So again, these cold, like buildings or places that we tend to think of as cold and lacking emotion or lacking feeling. Because again, like a house, a home is filled with love. What makes a house a home? Love, feeling, emotion. You don't have that in your corporate building. I have 28 seconds remaining, guys. So, I'm going to let this log off, and then I'm going to jump right back on. I see there's 10 of you on right now. So I'm going to jump back on, wait till I get back to 10, and then we'll finish up the Muay Thai group. All right.